Skinny Hardaway Southern T back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time. Forgot to turn my monetization on, but I just got right. But we gonna keep it moving. I'm here for a bit of an informational EP, man. We got breaking news, bit of breaking news, right? Oscar Valdez and Emmanuel Navarrette fight date has been set August 12th in Phoenix, Arizona. You know what I mean? We got Navarrete defending his 130-pound belt against Oscar Valdez. This is a fight that's kind of been set up right by top rank. Oscar Valdez been at 130 for a minute. Shakur Stevenson had the WBC and the WBO belts down there 130 after his win versus Robson Cousinkow. Shakur Stevenson decided to move up in weight, which made his belts down at 130 become vacant. Emmanuel Navarrete picked up one of the belts. Emmanuel Navarrete hasn't looked his best at 130, right? He's been dropped in both his fights at 130 since coming up. He's looked a bit, for lack of a better word, vulnerable, right at 130. Me personally, right, I think this is an attempt to kind of get, Oscar Valdez back in his glory, right? I find it's funny, right? I make jokes about this fight. What's good, MP? My guy Cornbread, my girl Jazz. I make jokes about this fight, right? This is the I avoided Shakur fight. Now Oscar Valdez did end up fighting Shakur, right? But Shakur was shooting for this Emmanuel Navarrete fight even before the Oscar Valdez fight, right? And then he was shooting for the Oscar Valdez fight for about a year or two before he ended up getting it. He eventually got it, right? But I feel like both these guys, Shakur did end up getting Valdez, right? But I feel like both these guys, should have been on Shakur's resume earlier, in his career, which would have set him up, a little better than where he's been at now. I felt like Bob kind of, steered these guys in different directions because, he liked these guys. He wanted to build both these guys up. Now, eventually, Valdez was back into a corner. Emmanuel Navarrete, managed to avoid, that Shakur Stevenson train, but he's going to eventually he has now eventually, right, ran into Oscar Valdez. So I'm expecting this fight to be, a bit of fireworks, right? These guys both of these are kung fu fighters. They like to punch, right? Not the most tactical fighters. Although Oscar Valdez is, more tactical than what meets the eye. But even still, he's a come forward, boxer kind of puncher guy. He wants to get the stoppage. He wants to knock you out. In his last fight, he didn't get a stoppage versus Adam Lopez. He actually stopped Adam Lopez in the first fight. Didn't stop him in the second fight, right? But it wasn't for lack of effort, right? Emmanuel Navarrette is also, a come forward kind of fighter, a little less technical, right, than Oscar Valdez, but come forward and volume puncher, counter fighter as well. Let's get into the the informationals real quick, right? Oscar Valdez, 31 wins with one loss and 23 KOs. 32 years old, 5'5" and a half with a 66-inch arm reach, right? And again, Oscar Valdez, he just had a fight. Oscar Valdez just had a fight this Saturday against Adam Lopez, in which he was victorious, right? Emmanuel Navarrete, as I alluded to, he hasn't looked right great at 130. Like one of the fights, right? He actually was in trouble. He got knocked down a couple times. The referee let him up. Some people feel like, gave him some extra time. Then he had the whole spitting the mouthpiece out fiasco, right? Some people feel like he got too much time, with the whole mouthpiece thing. Then he eventually, got his wits together, and then he ended up stopping the guy. And before that, Baez was actually, winning on the scorecards, right? He was actually beating up Emmanuel Navarrete. Then he ended up stopping Baez, right? So we got Oscar Valdez, 31 wins with one loss, facing off against Emmanuel Navarrete, 37 wins with one loss, 31 knockouts. Oscar Valdez has 23 knockouts. Right, I told you both these guys, they like to come forward, they like to fight. Navarrete is the younger of the two fighters, right? 28 years old. He has a height and a reach advantage in this fight, right? I think it's gonna be interesting nonetheless, right? Go be a firecracker kind of fight. Go be highly entertaining. Go be one of those rock'em sock'em, robot kind of fights. But this thing right here is set in stone. August 12th, Phoenix, Arizona. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, right? You're gonna want to get your popcorn for this one, right? Because I'm expecting a knockout in this thing. But appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing, man. Skin Hardaway, Southern T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Look, make sure y'all stay tuned because I'm getting ready to run down these fight breakdowns and prediction. Appreciate you.